everyone. I'm Arda, co-founder of LIVAD. We were founded in 2020 to empower the next generation of creators and entertainers through cutting-edge production, engagement, and monetization tools. By leveraging the power of our tech and community, we also place brands at the forefront of culture. Our team consists of technologies and creators who have a deep passion for the creator economy. And over the past 3 years, we worked with more than 100 brands to help them leverage creator partnerships at scale. Today, I want to start by introducing some of the insights we have gathered over these years from not only working with hundreds of brands and thousands of creators, but also building communities and being creators firsthand. Then I want to move on to some of the products in our toolkit to show you how you can turn these insights into successful creator campaigns. Then we'll move on to a brief fireside chat to hear directly from successful creators and finish off with a video case study of one of our favorite campaigns of past year. So let's jump right in. Gaming is about community. While one-to-one interactions between advertisers and gamers present a great opportunity, like in-game ads, gaming has much more to offer. Creators in gaming are building authentic, hyper-engaged communities which form their own culture, language, and sense of humor. This is a great opportunity for brands to be present where culture happens. In 2022, only across the major live streaming platforms, 30 billion hours of content, of live streaming content, was consumed, with peak viewership reaching 3.4 million. Looking at these numbers and how much influence these creators have over their communities, it's evident that creator involvement should be top of mind when venturing into gaming as a medium, as a marketing medium. And these numbers are only for live streaming platforms. Savvy creators are not relying on a single platform to monetize their content. They will go live. They will post long-form videos. They will create short-form content, connect with their communities, sell subscriptions. And they need to use and master the dynamics of various platforms to do that, which makes them uniquely well-positioned to leverage their power and reach communities beyond the boundaries of any single platform. So brands can partner directly with creators and leverage their multi-channel presence as well as expertise in creating content, not only for their own audience, but also for each platform on which they share content. Another important trend to keep an eye out in the creator economy is fan monetization. Thanks to new platforms and technologies, creators are increasingly able to sell merchandise, digital products, get donations, subscriptions, and that gives them option when it comes to choosing which brands to work with as they diversify their sources of income. Considering fans are willing to pay for their content, it's only natural that they appreciate brands who enable the content and who empower the creators to make the content that they love. So if brands are able to position themselves as supporters of the culture, then the positive feelings towards the creator also transfer to the brand by association. But for that, it's important that after setting the ground rules, brands give creators a certain flexibility in their delivery, trusting that they know what works with their audience best. Speaking of communities, targeting communities requires a different approach than targeting individuals. When crafting marketing messages, it's important that brands prioritize alignment with the community's values, language, and sense of humor, showing sophistication and understanding rather than posting a general message to every sub-community. And the long-term goal here is to inspire, to create a sense of belonging and connection with each sub-community and eventually be considered part of that community. Last but not least, smaller creators have very engaged communities. While various studies have shown that smaller communities tend to have significantly higher engagement than larger ones, those are still typically overlooked by advertisers because they don't have the reach of larger creators on their own. But to unlock these communities and turn them into loyal consumers, it's important that advertisers find a scalable way to be present during moments that matter, showing gamers, fans, and creators that they understand and respect their culture with non-intrusive placements and relevant messaging, and capture their attention with game-like immersive experiences. So you know what's coming next. I'm going to walk you through some of our products that can help you do that. First, live event detection. Our natural language processing and computer vision technology can detect key moments during live streams, including various in-game triggers to help brands be there, support the stream during moments that matter. For example, a sports brand may want to own the moments when the player scores a goal, or an insurance company may want to show up after there's a car crash in a game, or an energy drink brand may want to be there when the player has low energy in the game. So by being there during the moments that matter, brands can become part of inside jokes. They have the opportunity to create anticipation. They evoke positive associations and eventually be considered part of this community. And they can do that at scale thanks to this technology. But that's not the only use case of contextual intelligence, right? We all know that brand safety is top of mind when venturing into new mediums, especially if the medium is live. So our natural language processing technology can turn speech to text in real time and score it across brand safety categories to help brands be there during moments that matter while avoiding moments they don't want to be adjacent to. Next, integrated overlays. So the timing matters. When you're there, matters definitely. But without a visually appealing delivery, the messaging can still end up being a bit boring. So we make it possible to scale creative delivery with dynamic integrated overlays while using the screen space creatively. So advertisers can insert creatives in any shape or form, like a referee into a soccer game that feels like part of the game, or make a car drift into the screen, make a bag of chips burn in flames on the screen. Anything you can think of, we can make it happen with these integrated overlays. Well, the timing is right, the visual is right, but if the messaging goes only one way, then we're still missing out on a crucial piece of engagement. If the messaging is two-way, we can maximize retention, give the viewers the ability to interact with messaging beyond just views or clicks, make the experience game-like, and make them actually enjoy it. So we develop interactive and competitive games that creators can play with their audiences, and brands can either power these fun moments by sponsoring the games or work with our team to create games of their own. So by making these experiences possible, brands are capturing high levels of attention and creating positive associations, essentially positioning themselves as supporters of fun. Before we move on from the products, I also wanted to note that possible activations are only limited by imagination. We are currently working on creating creator spaces, 3D virtual environments, where creators can engage with their fans, and we see a huge potential for brands to join in the conversation, to become part of those spaces. So if you have a cool idea involving 3D virtual spaces, creator involvement, fan engagement, please let us know. Let's chat, and we'd love to help you make it happen. And with that, I want to invite my colleague Sue, who is leading creator partnerships at LIVAD, and Kokonada, one of the talented creators in our network, for fireside chat.
Thank you for inviting us, Arda. My name is Sue, and I used to be a creator for about 2 years when I started working with LIVAD, and I fell in love with the product. My community fell in love with the product, so I became a creative partner. Sorry, I became a creative partnerships worker. I'm really nervous, I'm sorry. And while I was working, I met with Coconata, who's also a creator. And today I want to talk about your experience with LIVAD and as a creator in general. So please tell me, how did you start with streaming and how did you get to where you are today?
So before I started streaming, I was a content creator on Twitter and TikTok. I avoided Twitch for a while as a streamer because I fell under the misconception that you actually had to be good or really excel at a game to make it as a streamer on Twitch. One day I was on a TikTok live and one of my friends told me, "Why aren't you streaming?" I told her, "Well, I'm not actually good at games. I love them, but I feel like I'm not that good." And she said, "That actually doesn't matter. A lot of successful streamers can still be successful without being amazing at the game. Just try it out and see how you like it." And I said, "Okay, I'll try it out." 2 years later, I have found a huge amount of success with streaming, and I could never go back. I love it.
Cool. So now you've been streaming for 2 years.
Yes.
How did your community evolve? And do you know your community, what they like and what they're into?
So I've always been a believer that your community is a reflection of yourself. And so I love my community. With my community, I first had them come from my Twitter and my TikTok, but then I found people from Twitch. My mission is to make a safe space for those who are marginalized and people in general. So inclusivity is very important for me when it comes to my community. And with that, I feel like I've made an incredible community because of that. And we have this really good bond and just really good viewer and streamer experience.
Yeah. So I think you've been with us for about 9 months now.
Yes.
You've participated in some brand campaigns and you've tried out our games and some other products. Could you share how your audience has been reacting to this new form of advertising?
Yeah, absolutely. So the community has been really supportive when it comes to the brands that I put forth in my streams. They love seeing me have fun with it. And when the streamer really likes what they're advertising and putting forth, the viewers end up loving it too. So I think that's really important when it comes to putting a campaign out there. So they're very supportive and they just love seeing me talk about things that either they already like or supporting me and trying something out that's new that they end up liking a lot themselves.
Is there something particular that they like about the integrated overlays, for example, or the visuals that appear on your stream?
They think that it's very non-invasive, and it really does feel like a part of the stream. So sometimes we see it and we like make a little meme out of it, and it's really nice. It just feels like it's actually an integral like part of the stream. So it's pretty welcome.
Cool. And what's your view on it? What do you think makes a brand campaign successful?
I think it's really nice, and I think what makes a brand successful when it comes to being advertised is letting the creator be trusted by the campaign. So giving the creator that choice as to how they want to put forth this branding. I've worked with sponsors that have both given me a very strict guideline on how to advertise something, where they give me a whole script. They are very strict on what I need to have for like setup and everything. And unfortunately, that has made me feel like it has to be a bit robotic as I bring forth a sponsor in my stream. On the flip side, I have also worked with sponsors who have given me absolutely nothing to work with, and it can make for kind of a confusing experience because as I bring forth a sponsor in my stream, I wonder, am I doing this right? I feel like I have nothing to work with. With LiveAd, I feel like I have this happy cushion and happy medium where I am trusted as a creator to put my own spin on things, which will reflect wonderfully on my viewers. But I have a good guideline as to what to bring forth.
Cool. So I want to wrap the chat up with asking everyone their favorite campaigns and how your experience was with it and why it's your favorite campaign.
Okay, so my favorite campaign was absolutely Beekeepers Naturals. It could not have come at a better time for me because I was actually dealing with a hoarse voice and a sore throat from raging too much at games. And Beekeepers Naturals, it's just, it was a really good set of products from the beehive with products such as honey and royal jelly. And there was a throat spray that I used on stream that really helped me to soothe in my throat and my voice as I was able to still play games and not have to worry about cutting streams short. There were also products that I could take that were like lozenges, like cough drops, that had honey in them, and that also helped me a lot. I had a good guideline on how to advertise this brand, and it felt authentic because not only because of the circumstances falling right into place for me, but also because it was something that I was just happy about in general, and I was trusted to advertise it. And with that, I feel like my viewers have been very supportive over that, and it has been a really good success.
Cool. Mine was actually a campaign I didn't participate in. I was streaming, and there was a campaign by Mondelez. They had like olives breath mints. And it was promoted so well, it just went everywhere. Everyone was memeing about it. So every time I ate something on stream, they would say, "Are you eating an olives? Are you eating a Mondelez thing?" But I had nothing to do with it. So yeah, I really like that one. And what's yours, Arda?
Yeah, mine is, glad you asked, because it's actually queued up, the video for it. It's Tefal. It's a pan brand. And they found a really creative way to integrate with the streams, which we will see in a second. You can put the video up.
In the campaign that we held with Tefal, our target audience was Generation Z. Our goal was to increase our clients' brand awareness in this audience who spend most of their time watching live streams. To reach this young generation, who generally ignore traditional ads and use adblock software, we had to find a fun and creative way. To achieve this goal, we used our rich overlays model. In the campaign, we targeted PUBG games, where the pan is an iconic in-game item. In PUBG games, players utilize pans for attacking and protecting themselves from being shot by bullets. With this context in mind, we designed an elegant and creative overlay that blends with the content. Also, come up with a slogan, "Protects from scratches, not bullets." Creatives have been displayed in 3 different PUBG games, for 9 hours, 11 minutes, and 28 seconds in live streams of 85 creators. And the campaign ended with a total click-through rate of 1.39%.
All right, that's all the time we have. Thank you for listening.